Final Destination 3 was released in 2006. The story this time around follows high school senior Wendy, who has a premonition of a deadly roller coaster crash. She saves her life and a lucky few, but not from death itself. Roller coasters. What a perfect setting for a Final Destination film. I love roller coasters. You know what? Fuck it. I told myself I wasn't going to tell this story, but when I was in middle school, our school had a end of the year school trip to Six Flags. Me, along with my other 200 plus middle schooler friends, all decided to go on the Roadrunner, which is one of those smaller rides you first see when you enter Six Flags. We went on and had the time of our lives. The ride finishes, and then the employees shut the ride down. And everyone's wondering what happened. Well, it was due to an exceeded weight capacity malfunction. Imagine if that was the cause of the accident in Final Destination 3. You and your 4 other chubby best friends are all having the time of your lives on a roller coaster that y'all all love, and then all of a sudden... The movie begins with introducing us to this group of teens led by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who is by far the best lead in the entire franchise. She's incredible in this. As well as Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, 10 Cloverfield Lane, and the first thing I ever watched her in, Sky High.
Daddy's little girl. Told you never to call me that!
This roller coaster, it's called Devil's Flight, and features a practical built devil statue who has a pair of balls. And it's voiced by Tony Todd, and that's pretty cool.
You can run, but you cannot hide.
But I love the sequence with the roller coaster crash. It's very well directed, and the camera work is extremely engaging, as well as the score composed by Shirley Walker, who since passed away. Rest in peace. She also did the score for Batman Mask of the Phantasm and Escape from LA. There's a creepy guy named Frankie who goes around filming women with his camcorder. Remember camcorders? And all those see-through electronics back in the early 2000s. There's a lot of that in here. But once they reach the loop of this roller coaster, one of the women slapped the camera out of his hand, which eventually leads to a mechanical breakdown. And when those seats unbuckled and went up, that's when I was like, oh hell nah. Although it may sound fun shooting a sequence on a roller coaster, most of the cast was pretty fed up after 60 takes, especially when hanging upside down for long periods of time. In this one, the character Wendy sees clues of how the next person's going to die through pictures, which is a lot better than those premonitions from Part 2 and especially that shit Part 4. James Wong and Glenn Morgan, the ones that worked on the first Final Destination film, returned to this one. And they deserve all the credit for the innovative and creativeness behind each death because they just get gorier and bloodier as the film progresses. There's a really horrifying tanning salon incident where 2 women are slowly burnt to death. And that match cut from sunbeds to coffins is one of my favorite shots in any movie, really, capturing dread and dark comedy pretty well. The story was fast-paced, as you should expect from a Final Destination film, quickly escalating to Frankie's death, which was just awesome. There's this really hilarious moment in the film where this character Lewis is lifting weights and he's acting like he just chugged 10 Red Bulls. This one probably has one of the dumbest elaborate chain of events that leads to a death. There's a moment where they're all in this hardware store and stuff's falling off of shelves, there's machines turning on, running over gallons of water or whatever is in there, and it explodes and makes a bunch of noise, and nobody hears a single thing. But I don't care because it leads to one of my favorite deaths in the entire franchise. When we finally reach the end of the film, it cuts to 5 months later with a set piece that takes place on this really cool miniature train that they built. But the scene completely breaks the rules of the franchise, suggesting that they never cheated death. And everyone dies regardless of how hard they try to cheat it. Or in other words, we need money, so we're going to keep making these movies. Fuck you, audience! Thank you guys so much as always for watching. I look forward to bringing out more videos pretty soon. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below what movies y'all want me to check out next. I'm Matt, and I'll see you guys in the next video.